Hey guys, Daniel Grimmett here from Make Pop Music, the songwriting team, and my new consulting agency, Make a Living Producing, which helps independent music producers like yourself build their business online, get more clients, and make a living. So today I'm going to do a video marketing your audio services online with guest blogging. So what is guest blogging? Guest blogging is basically when you're contributing articles or content to a blog that's outside of your own. So think of it like a guest appearance on a TV show. And we've just had some really awesome opportunities come from guest blogging. It's a really fun thing to do. So why should you guest blog? The biggest thing is that it builds authority for your personal brand or your production company. Authority is one of the biggest keys to attracting clients online. It's also one of the toughest things to build. It takes a little time. You know, you can put a website up pretty quickly, you can run Facebook ads pretty quickly, but really building authority for your personal brand is just something that takes consistent work, and people, you're not just gonna become this big authority figure in 2 weeks. So we like to try to do everything we can to build authority for ourselves and my company, my production company. And I'll probably do another video that goes into some of the different ways to do that, but guest blogging is a fantastic way for you to start doing that. Another benefit, it builds relationships with other people in the industry. There's been, like I've just mentioned, a lot of cool opportunities that we've gotten just because we've built relationships with a lot of these blogs. Some of these bloggers go on to launch companies or products and get us involved in it. Some of these blogs end up, funneling clients to us personally because someone reaches out to them and say, hey, I love your songwriting blog. Who should produce my stuff? And they're like, oh, well, this guy, does a lot of writing for us. He seems good. Work with him. Another benefit is SEO, which a little bit more of the technical side. I'm not going to get too much into that in this video. I'll do some more of that in our Make a Living Producing Facebook group. But SEO, having people search engine optimization, making it easier for people to find your site when they're searching on Google. There's some things that you can do with guest blogging that help that build authority for your website. And lastly, it just gets you in the groove of writing more, making more content. Not all of you are writers. Not all of you are going to do blogs. That's okay. Maybe you're more of a video person, or maybe you have different kind of content you like to create, short Instagram clips, whatever it is. But I will say that if you're afraid of blogging, don't be. I by no means am a great writer. I have like so many embarrassing blogs that I've written on songwritingteam.com, my production company. Stuff dating back, 3-4 years ago, and I had no clue what I was doing. They just said blog, so I blogged. But they work, and it's fun, and you get better at it. So you don't have to be a great writer. You can have good information without it being, a groundbreaking essay. So which blog should you write for? That's a big question. People are like, I want a guest blog, but I don't know which blogs to write for. Well, you want to look for blogs that cater to your ideal client, because that's the audience you're trying to build authority with. So let's say you mix EDM music. So you're probably going to want to go to a blog that caters to EDM producers. Let's say you do songwriting demos. That's your thing. You do you make demos for country songwriters. Let's just say that. So you're going to want to go to a blog, guest write for a blog that their audience is country songwriters. Make sense? So how do you connect with these blogs? Typically, you're going to reach out via email. Have a simple subject line. It could be as simple as, are you guys looking for guest bloggers? Or, hey, I have some content I think your audience will like. Keep the subject line super simple. Being a blogger myself, most of us, we check pretty much every email we get. If it's a really massive blog, of course, those are going to be a little tougher. I always recommend starting with smaller blogs and working your way up. Maybe a company who has a blog, but the blog isn't their main focus. For example, one of my first ones that I landed was with the company Splice. So Splice has a blog, but their company isn't a blog, as you know. Those are good ones to go after. The ones that are purely blogs or magazines may be a little tougher. So if they don't email you back, that's okay. We're going to talk about following up, but point is, simple subject line to the point. Then in that email, you're going to want to introduce yourself first. Hey, I'm Dan. I run a music production company. I've really been, loving your blog. I love the articles. Da 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 da. Thanks for helping the community. Compliment them a little bit. Everybody likes to hear that. People are appreciating their hard work, and running a blog is very tough to do. So definitely throw a compliment their way. That's authentic. If you don't read their blog, don't say that. Don't say that you do. But I'd recommend spending some time reading their blog so that you can come up with a compliment for them, and have that personal connection, and obviously have a good idea of what that blog caters to. So make it clear that you're trying to provide, this is still in the email, so when you're typing this up, make it clear that you're trying to provide value to them and their audience, not you. So don't say, hey, listen, I watched this YouTube video, I'm trying to get more clients, the video told me to guest blog, so I'm reaching out, do you need a guest blogger? That's obviously that you're just trying to get something for you. So say, hey, listen, I'm an expert in this. I've written a couple articles I think will really help your audience, that will add value to them. And believe me, blogs in general in general, I'm not saying all of them, but most of them want guest writers. Same with like big YouTube channels. They usually will take guest contributors because to them, it allows them to build their blog up with a little less work on their part. They don't have to write every single blog that's on there. So it helps bloggers scale. So in general, bloggers do like to have guest writers come in and fill their blog with content so that they can scale faster. In your email to them, always go ahead and write articles first. So have like 3 or 4 written that they can choose from. You say, hey, I've already attached 2 or 3 articles that you can look through, and feel free to pick the one that you like, and I won't use it on any other blog. I like using Google Docs because then I can just link them to the document. Make sure your sharing settings on Google Docs, though, are public so that they can see it. If they go to the document and it's not shared with them and they can't see it, it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. They got to come back and say, excuse me, they got to come back and say, I can't see it, or they may just move on. So if you use Google Docs or something like that, Dropbox, make sure it is shared or public. But this way, it shows them that you're serious, that you already got some ready to go that they could literally just take. They don't have to have all this email back and forth with you. You got articles for them ready to go. They can copy and paste it, put it in their blog platform, and go. So do that. And also, save them another step. Pre-write your bio and include a link to your website. Sometimes you can even upload, I didn't put this in the slide here, but upload a picture of yourself. A lot of blogs at the bottom, if you go look at blogs, you'll see what I'm talking about. At the bottom, it'll have a quick little bio about the author. If I'm using me, for example, Daniel Grimmett is a music producer that runs a production company called Songwriting Team and helps independent songwriters make great music, whatever it is. Have just a 1-2 sentence bio with your website and a little picture, because a lot of times if it's a real nice looking blog, they include a picture. So real nice headshot or a shot of you working, and that'll suffice. So that's basically the rundown for when I email these blogs. That's it. Simple subject line, introduction, make a compliment, make it clear that you're trying to provide them with value, not yourself. Include links to some articles already. Upload a picture of yourself. Pre-write your bio. That includes a link to your website in it. And that way, if they like you, if they like the article, they already have everything they need. They don't have to go back and forth with you 3 or 4 times. So a couple of extra tips for you. Keep a list of blogs. Go through and do some research and start reading some of these blogs before you reach out to them, and keep a list of them. You can use a spreadsheet. If you already use a CRM, you could toss them in there. Or Trello is kind of a cool tool. You can look that up and you'll see what that does. Just nice for organizing lists and stuff. Definitely be patient with their responses, but do follow up. Follow up maybe 2 or 3 times. If after 2 or 3 times they don't hear, that they're not responding, they just may not be interested, and maybe you don't want to follow back up until another, 6 months out. Maybe their blog will be in a different place at that point. But after you reach out to them in the first couple weeks, I'd say give it a good 2 to 3 follow-ups. Another tip, don't sell stuff in your article. Don't make it salesy unless they have said it's okay. We've guest written for some blogs, and those blogs happen to be an affiliate. We let them know, like, hey, we do have a product. If you want to be an affiliate of it and make a commission every time it sells, then I can cater this article a little bit more towards the sales side, so that hopefully your audience will pick up this product and the blogger then makes money. But again, that's only in that scenario. In general, don't try to sell your stuff in your article, services, products. Just really make it an educational article. Don't stop after one article. Continue to contribute. If you guest blog for a blog, goes well, they like it, they put you up there. Next month, a couple months later, however frequently you want to do it, go back to them and say, hey, I got another article. Because now what this is doing is their readership is seeing your name over and over again. It's like if you have a YouTube channel, you want to put up, consistent YouTube videos. So if you got 3 or 4 of these blogs that you're guest posting for, and you become authority on them because you have an article on each one of them once a month, that's really going to start building some authority with their audience. And since their audience is hopefully your ideal client, that's where the magic starts to happen. Lastly, always be writing. Just write. Like for me, not being a writer, the best thing I do is write. It's practice. It gets me in the mindset. It gets me from talking myself out of it. So that's it. I think I actually, for the first time, made a short video. Usually my videos are like 20 minutes long. If you need extra help, feel free to shoot me an email, daniel@songwritingteam.com. If you're a music producer, audio service provider who's interested in building your brand, going more online, attracting clients from all over the world, I help businesses come up with custom plans for that and tools for that. So do that. Also, lastly, we have a new Make a Living Producing Facebook group. Link will be in the description. Join us in there. We have awesome daily discussions on, what it's like to make a living doing this in 2017. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.